Welcome back to WASHOE Nevada for episode 31 with me, MrSealyp. Old shanty grains it is. This is soybean off of field 11 and 11A. The harvesters now have all been moved over. Have now been moved over to field 15. It's not ready to harvest yet, but they're over there. Between the three harvesters, I think they've got how much? About 11,000 litres. So the price is best here. Let's get that pipe out. And let's sell this. I have also got a load of logs I'm going to take to sell. Those ones I've cut at 12 metres, not 15 metres. They went on a lot neater. I've had a very strange thing happen with the wheel loader though. It's very peculiar. I'm not quite sure why it's doing it, but I'll explain in a second. So right, this thing's paying 1,600 and something, so 70,000 litres. Nice. It's got quite a slow unload speed, I suppose, because it's designed for transferring into another vehicle, not necessarily selling at a sell point, I guess, but how much am I going to make? 90? 100 and something? Blimey. 116,000. I've still got field 15 and 16 to clear. Cover off. Pipe away. Right, what we'll do, we'll drive back past the field where I've been doing the logging. With the wheel loader, it's almost like, it's like, I don't know, like it's driving on the moon or something. The tyres just seem to become really bouncy. I don't know if it's that double claw on the front that's causing it, but every time I turn or move or accelerate or stop, it bounces really badly. So I've been struggling to keep it on the deck. I've cleared a fair bit. Like I said, I've got a full lorry load. That's partially, I kind of started driving it over there and suddenly remembered I hadn't sold this. I've got one log sitting just there out of I had 3 piles here that I've collected. I've got another pile up here. As you've already seen, I've done a little bit of footage kind of on and off. What I started doing with the Pond's Buffalo Jewel was actually using that as like a kind of feather skidder. So I was cutting the trees down, bringing them to the pile, then cutting them. It made more sense doing it that way, and I got a little bit better at twisting the head as well, so the logs would line up pretty neatly, and then any finishing touches I just did with the wheel loader. But yeah, I'm not quite sure why the wheel loader's been doing it. Very, very odd. I don't know if that will do it now. Let's give it a go. I don't know if it's because it's on a hillside or... Probably won't do it now, you watch. Let's raise that up. No, of course it wouldn't. That's typical, isn't it? Nope, not doing it at all. That's just great. It was bouncing all over the place. Nope, okay then, well, it's just doing it to spite me now, just to prove me wrong. So I made 46 grand on the first load of logs I sold in the last episode. They were 15 metre lengths, and it was really untidy. These two... I can't remember how much it cost me to lease now. Actually, why don't I just have a look? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? How much was it? I had the mill loader, which was 20 grand, and then per hour, and then that was 11, so that's 30 something. So actually, to be fair, I probably have made my money back on the lease. I just haven't made much money over the top, so that's why I'm going to take another load. If I have to do a third load, I'll do a third load. I haven't cleared everything from this patch, but I'm going to come along with the stump grinder, and I've left all the smaller trees, but I only cut the bigger ones to give a chance for the small ones to grow in. Let's get this over to field 15, where it's going to be waiting then for the next harvest. So we go, full load. This looks a lot better than the last load I bought, much tidier. I did one stack one way, one stack the other, one stack one way, so it levelled the whole lot out. It still sticks way off the back of this trailer, but then I get the feeling this is a slightly shorter trailer than some of the other ones. So maybe I just picked the wrong trailer, but it's not a problem. Now I'm curious to see whether we make more than 46 grand, because these are 12s and the others were 15s. Theoretically we should have made more money on the last load. That said, it's taking me a little time to do the logging, so potentially the price for lumber has gone up, but I wouldn't have thought so much so. Weirdly, the price for TMR, I mentioned in the last episode, TMR was paying out a livestock market at 1,000, it was really high, 1.6, was it 1.9? I had to save the game and come back in to record the next bit, and it's gone down to 1.2. Just, it didn't drop gradually, there was no red, it just, I came back on, it was on 1.2. Very peculiar. Don't know why that happened, so... Logging continued. Oh, do not want to go off the front of that cliff. So let's see then, shall we? Straps off. Oh, there we go. Come on. 57. See what I mean? This is weird. I sold a full load of 15 metre logs and only made 46. Then I sell a full load of 12 metre logs and make 57. What? The trouble is now I want to keep going and testing this. So if I did a full load of 11s, would I make more or less than 57? It's so weird. I don't know why we're doing that. Oh, not that I'm knocking it. We're at $1,223,946. This truck looks like it could do a bit of TLC and a bit of a wash. I'm wondering whether or not to go and get the other trailer. I've got the under forestry. What did I go with? It's the Biobelts one I think I went with. Yeah, I've got the Biobelts TR500. Is the standard Flegel timber runner longer? Maybe. I know there's a few other versions available, but I haven't got them installed at the moment. I've got them installed, but not enabled for this map. What about wood chipping? I wonder about what about the placeable wood chipper? I haven't done that either for a while. I placed it for 72. When I then come to sell it, I'll get half of that back. So what's that? I need to make 36, don't I? If I can make 36 grand on wood chippings, it means I haven't got to deliver anything. I just take logs to it and bomb, run them through. I wonder if I can make any money on static wood chipping. Maybe that's what I'm going to do next. Let's stick some wood chips through that. Haven't done that since... When did I do the static wood chipper last time? Have I done it on 19 yet? I know I definitely did it on Lone Oak. That's how I made my fortune. Right. Maybe that's the thing to do. I might stick the wood chipper up on the top of the hill, up by the dairy and the biogas plant, and let's just stick a load of logs through it. Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm feeling chipper. I know, terrible dad joke, but never mind. Okay, so I've set the header at 1 metre cut lengths. These logs on the floor here I could pick up and put through there, but I'm not going to. I'll bring the trailer up and do those. I know this is going to be a disaster. I think I'm going to be out of pocket on this. I'm loading up a trailer of TMR, whatever price it's at, to recover the a little bit of a loss. It's very weird because it could be because it's on FS19, and like I say, I haven't really used the static wood chipper. Depending on what map you're on will depend on what price wood chips are selling for, and that will fluctuate. But this static wood chipper on FS17 remained a constant, so it didn't matter what you put through it, and it was always a little bit higher than whatever the standard kind of amount was. I don't think that's the case anymore. I really don't. I'm not sure why. That head is not liking that turn, is it? So what we'll do, like I say, I've set it at 1 metre cut length simply because it makes that little bit a bit easier. Maybe I should come over a little bit because I think that log just got stuck. Of course it did. Why would my life be made any easier? Let's go another one. Too far. There we go. I was on 155, just under 155. So we'll see how much we get for an entire tree through this. So we were literally just below, actually just below 156, weren't we? 1557 I think we were on. So we've just made... haven't even made 1,000 yet. And I think now we're on about 1,000. So... oh man alive. That's an entire tree. Pretty much. And that's one of the long ones as well. Long ones, not a long one it's laying down, but one of the taller ones. As you can see, placed on the map, you've got smaller ones and you've got the taller ones. That's a tall tree. I've been getting 2 12-metre cuts out of those, so 24 metres long, and I've just made just over 1,000 putting it through the static wood chipper, which means to make back my money, because when I sell the wood chipper I'll get the money back, half of it. I've got to put 36 of those trees through just to break even on the wood chipper. Shouldn't have gone down the static wood chipper route, should I? That's not just a glitch, is it? That's not a... I dread to think. I'll say let's put one of the smaller trees through, but that's going to be horrifying, isn't it? I think what might be better off doing is just cutting down a few more of the bigger trees, doing another load to the thing, and then selling a load of timber. Cashing in my chips, not really. Is it worth doing one more? It seems, having said I was going to do it, and just a warning to everyone out there, if you're running seasons, that'll be a whole different ball game, because lumber on seasons was always worth its weight in gold, and wood chipping as well, because it was still, you know, you were still making money. It was well worth doing. I just don't think it's worth doing it normally. I know wood chips don't pay out a lot normally, but like I say, this static one normally, well, is fairly reliable, but That's terrible. Really bad. Well, I won't be doing it again anytime soon. That much I do know, actually. I might just come forward a bit. Might have gone a bit too far. Let's try that. Not far enough. Great. A little bit more. And swing it a bit. Right, what I'm going to do is get up in here and do a couple of these manually. Don't try this at home, kids. You do not want to end up in that wood crusher. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, blimey. Blimey. You live and learn, don't you, at the end of the day? I've always found the 1 metre cut lengths easier. I know you can put whole logs through if you line it up right and all that kind of thing, but you know what? Just easier doing it this way. Okay, so looks like I'm going to be selling that again. And I did say I was going to try a trailer of 11 metre lengths and see if I made more than 57 grand, but those ones all on the floor, all 12s already. So I could just put those on and then the rest cut 11s maybe. I'm just curious now to find the optimum, you know, what would make me the most money. We'll see. Right. Let's go and cut some more trees down. Right, the wood chip has been sold. And I've got a load of TMR. I'm going to recover this money. So, has to be done. Well, it doesn't have to be done, but I'm going to. I've been cutting some 11 metres. Just out of curiosity. So there'll be coupled with a few 12s. I've sent back the other log trailer and I've leased the timber runner. £94 grand. Okay, that's alright. Wow. This idea line is going to go back over to the manure pits because I've got enough still for one full load of manure up to the biogas plant, which I haven't done yet. Doing the logging and stuff, the day's kind of run away from me a little bit. So yeah, I'll go and put this over by one of the manure pits. We'll get a full load of this. This will go up to the biogas plant. I'll drop this trailer off, and then what I'll do is I'll whiz over, grab the other logging trailer, and I'm just curious. I just got the feeling it's longer. I could be imagining things, but then I'm coupling that with the fact I've cut the trees a metre shorter. I don't know how that's going to pan out. Which one of these has got more in? It's supposed to have 30,000 litres. Oh, yeah, potentially. And the one up on the hill's got 30,000 litres. Let's pop that there, because I'm using the wheel loader, so I can't load that yet, but I might as well put that in place ready to load. Let's go and get the timber trailer and get back up there. Fields 15 and 16 still aren't ready to harvest yet. There are no contracts available. I mean, there are loads of contracts available, but ones that pay out high enough to warrant the time, if that makes sense. Some of the contracts, you put a lot of time in and the payment isn't that great, so I generally stick with the fertilising ones and some of the harvesting contracts. Cultivating ones don't seem to pay out. I know at the end of the day you're just dragging something across the ground, but for the time it takes to actually do that. But I suppose you can get that done in the background, can't you? You don't actually have to do it yourself. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things. That just seems longer. Anyway. Let's get it up there, because I'm starting to lose the light. I can tell it's already fading a bit. Plus it's got the back plate, and there's a bit of a gap between the trailer and the cab. On the other one it was very close up behind, and because it didn't have a back plate, you have a tendency to let the logs overhang that way. This definitely seems longer. I'm not imagining that. Right, okay. Let's give this one a go. See what we end up with. See, it's doing it now, look. It's all over the place. Why was it not doing that earlier? Every time I turn or do anything, it's bounced all over the place. What is it's like it's on the moon? It's just, I don't understand. How weird is that? Bizarre. And so my foray into logging comes to a close for the moment. These are bottom, there were a couple of 12s, I think 5 or 6 12s. Then above that we've got 11s. So the 12s and 11s fit on this trailer absolutely perfectly, butted up against the back plate there, or front plate, whichever way you want to look at it. The other trailer, the 12s, overhung by quite a bit. So the other trailer obviously was shorter, and having the front plate, back plate, whichever way you want to look at it, means that with a wheel load or whatever you've got, you can actually push the logs right up against it, which makes the pile and the load a lot neater, a lot more stable. So I'm going to head off then. Like I say, a few 12s, mostly 11s, and we're going to see what we get for this at the sawmill. I have begun filling up the ID Liner 133 with manure, and over the time it's taken me to do the logging, well, over the course of the day actually, because it's now 5:15, the cows, my cattle, have produced enough slurry that I can do another slurry run as well, which is just incredible. The rate they're producing stuff is amazing. I do have some surplus that I should be selling. I mentioned that a few times. I wanted to stay at 45 in each pen. So I've got 46 in there, 46 in there, and 46 in there. So potentially I've got another 12. I've got 12 cows that I could sell. I could take off and sell, which was the whole point. I was going to have 45 of each in each pen. So I do have 12 surplus, which I can now be kind of selling on. That's the point of doing it, really, isn't it? Again, milk, I'm up to 24,000 litres in that one, 7 in that, 7 in that. That's another load of milk as well. What's milk going for? The money will just keep racking up. Yeah, 1745 at the dairy factory. So what I'll probably do before bedtime, and probably off screen, I will take the manure up. The trailer's almost full over there, and I've brought the wheel loader down. That's over at that one there, that pasture. Ready to load up the manure that's in there. I'll take a run of slurry and I'll take a run of milk. Yeah, that's just wow. I did think about buying a second truck. Ah! What happened there? I didn't go for a bump or anything, did I? Didn't turn sharply. Okay, I'm in trouble. I need heavy haulers. I need something to help me out here. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, I can't believe that just happened. Wow, exciting times. Not what I was expecting. Right. Let's go sort this out. Oh dear. Oh, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Oh, blimey. Oh dear. Right. Note to self. Take it easy. Gently does it, MrSealyp. It's not, I mean, I'm not, I suppose I'm a little bit above the side tines, but not so much so that I thought it'd be that unstable. Oh well. Never a dull moment. It definitely got better. What is going on? Yeah, it definitely got better as I went along. My first load I did was terrible. The second load was a bit better. This load is definitely need to tidy up, obviously apart from rolling it over, but you know. $52. I made 57 on a full load of 12s, 52 on 3/4 loads of 11s. So yeah, it definitely worked out better having the 12s. And I think with this trailer, the 12s would sit on here, pretty much just kind of there, which is perfect. Neatly stacked as well. Okay, well that's it. That's logging. I'm not. The wood chipping was a disaster. Logging was okay. I think what we'll do now, I'll sort out that silage, I'll sort out the manure, I'll do that load of milk, and I'll probably see you in the morning. We'll see how much we make overnight. That's probably where we're going to end up. I reckon we're going to be in the region of 1.5 mil. Should be, if not a little bit more. And that'll be without fuel runs. When I see you in the morning, I won't have done any fuel runs yet, because I normally do fuel to the quarry, and I do fuel up to Area 51, and I do the water runs to the various different water points, livestock market, Star Peak restaurant. Where's the other one? I take water to. Mine's gone blank. Oh, dairy factories. Dairy factory takes water. Anyway, yeah. Okay, it's just gone 8. I'm going to head to bed. If I do 12 hours, that's 8 in the morning. That'll be alright, won't it? Yeah, why not? What are we going to make? Is that all? $154,000 the biogas plant. I took 5 loads of slurry in the end, 2 full loads of manure. Seems lower than I thought it was going to be. Well, I said 1.5 million, so 1,554,000. That's not too bad. What I'm going to do now is clear out the feed areas because they're going to be rather messy. What else am I going to do? Got a load of jobs to do. I'll do fuel runs and all the usual bits and bobs that need to be done off screen. I brought the front load, the wheel loader, and just left it there so I can use that for doing the feed areas because they are going to look pretty bad, I would imagine. Yep, they need sorting out. And with that, I think we've come to the end of this episode. I've got a few things to do now for a bit of tidying up, and I've got some wool to sell that I haven't actually done that yet. The wool's been piling up a little bit. I'm not going to make a huge amount from it, but it needs to. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.